Hello everyone, my name is Kid Lee, and it's time to take a look at Star Trek Adversaries. This is a new game that's currently in development by Puppet Master Games. Now the first thing I want to say is the first question you might have is, wait a minute, is this some sort of crappy mobile game or Facebook game? And the answer to that is no. I think this game actually has some merit, which is why I am doing a video on it. This game is going to be the Star Trek license attempt at going after the Hearthstone market. So yes, this is a collectible card battling game, but the actual battles in this are a little bit more interesting compared to Hearthstone, I think. So we'll be jumping into that here in just a couple of minutes. For now, let me go ahead and log on and show you what this is all about. So right now, here in this early access, it pops up with the mission screen. You got daily and weekly missions you can do to actually earn Latinum, which is one of the in-game currencies. So you can see there's a couple that I probably need to work on. So currently, this is the default menu screen. There are currently two factions, the Federation and the Klingons. All of these ships that are currently on the screen are the heroes that you play in the game. And in this case, they are your flagships. All of these flagships have different abilities, which you can see down in the lower right. So right now I've currently got the Miranda class. Its special ability is to deal 3 damage, or its ultimate is to deal 6 damage. So really it comes down to your type of play style with your actual flagship. Do you want to use the retreat mechanic, healing mechanics, damage mechanics, or perhaps something else that the game might offer? Going back to the currencies for just a second, there are two main types of currencies in this game. You have command points, which are used to buy ships and ship skins, and then Latinum you can use to buy packs, replicate cards, which is basically the crafting system of the game, buying ships, entering the draft, and then there's also a couple of lesser-known currencies. One is actually credits, which is used for the shop itself. Speaking of the shop, if we go into that, you can see it's fairly similar to Hearthstone and other card games. You can use the in-game currency, again, Latinum, to buy one pack at a time, or if you want to go ahead and spend some money to buy packs, you can do that as well. So you will be able to play this completely free to play if you choose to do so, or if you want to put some money into it, you have that option as well. Currently in the early access, they've just got 3 packs. They've got the standard pack, the Klingon pack, and the Federation pack. I've already got some purchased, if it's saved. So let's actually go ahead and open up a couple of packs here real quick, just so you can see what it sort of looks like. So we got some Federation packs here. Let's drag that over. Zap, 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 zap. Boom, 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 boom. So this is a good opportunity to talk about the actual cards. The cards are split up into 3 different types. You have ship cards, you have event cards, and then you have sort of personnel cards. And what these actually mean and what these actually do, we'll find out a little bit more once we get into the actual battling of the cards and ships themselves. Come on. Oh, we got Chekhov. Hey, there's some legendary stuff going on here. All right. And then we got a rare replicator pattern, which that's part of the crafting system. These ones are swirling because they are duplicates and I already have them. All right. One more Federation pack here. Boom, 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 boom. And one thing you'll notice about this game goes pretty deep into the lore with some of these characters. You know, of course you'll have, you know, Captain Janeway and Tuvok and Kirk and Spock and all the main ones. But I consider myself a Star Trek fan, and some of these, I'm like, who are these people? I don't remember half these people. All right, one more standard pack to open. Boom, 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 boom. Hirogen Beta. I got the D7. All right, but that's just sort of a quick look at the pack opening system. Real quickly, we'll go through the rest of these options. So there is an arena system as well. Again, if you're familiar with Hearthstone or some of the other CCGs, it's basically you pay to go in, you do a card draft, and then after that, you are able to go through sort of a gauntlet of opponents, 3 losses, and you're out. Now, currently in this game, the arena is against NPCs. I'm not quite sure if they're doing that just for the beta, and then they'll switch it over to real PvP once the game launches, or if they're actually going to just keep it against AI. Have not heard about that, but something you should be aware of. Let's hear real quick, before we get into the actual battles, we'll go into the deck system itself. So you are able to create your own decks, as would be pretty standard for this type of game. One thing that is a little bit different is you cannot load up your deck with legendary cards. Down here in the lower left, per deck, you can only have 3 legendary ships and 3 legendary crews. So I think now that we're at this screen, might be a good time to actually explain what these cards are and what they do if you're completely unfamiliar with how these card games work. So if we take the Type 7 shuttlecraft, you'll see it has a number up in the corner here. This is how much energy it costs to play the card. Down at the bottom, we have a 1 and a 2. The 1 over on the left is how much attack power it has, and the number 2 is how much health it has. Now, most of the cards also have some type of special ability, which is in the text. Guardian is the word for taunt in this game. So if you play a ship that has Guardian, it means they are taunting all of the enemies, and the Guardian ship has to be destroyed before the other ones, or your main ship can be attacked. Now, retreat is one of the new mechanics in this game. If your ship is actually taking damage or actually has this retreat ability, once you have already placed a ship out onto the battlefield, you can actually bring that ship back to your hand or back to your deck to be fully healed, and or if it has an ability, it will then do that ability. So that particular shuttlecraft, if I retreat it, I will get to draw a card. Now, the crew cards work a little bit different, and I think it's actually going to be easier to explain the crew cards once we get into battle. And then I mentioned that there was another type of card, which is the event card. Those are standard for whichever flagship that you happen to have. And you can see there are actually some of the event cards right here. But I think without further ado, it is time to just get into the game so you guys can see what this is all about. So I do have the Miranda class unlocked, and I have a custom deck for that built. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to select my deck number 2. You have 2 options, multiplayer, single player. For this, we're just going to go ahead and jump into the single player. So here we go. We're going to load on in. You get to pick your starting hand. The 1 and 3 are pretty good. Let's get rid of the 5. And it's going to give me a Type 6. Looks like we're going against some... What's this guy? Some Klingon. Alright, so let's go ahead and stop here for a second and explain everything that's going on this screen. First of all, at the top, this is the enemy flagship that is up here. It is our objective to destroy it. Its hull integrity is currently 55. We have to take it down to 0 in order to kill it. All the way over here on the right, this is the enemy auxiliary power. And you can see my auxiliary power down here on the bottom. Now, the auxiliary power is your flagship's special abilities that we talked about a little bit earlier. So you have a special, again, once we get 20, attack whatever I want for 3, or the ultimate at 40, attack whatever I want for 6. And then the Klingon has the same thing. This over here on the right side is your energy bar. Again, pretty standard with CCGs. You start out at 1, and you work your way all the way up. So at the moment, since I only have 1 energy, I cannot play a 3, I cannot play a 5, I can only play a 1. Now that kind of gets into the crew cards a little bit. I can't just play a crew card. I have to actually put him on a ship, but we don't have any ships currently to put him on, so I cannot play him. All the way over here on the left side is sort of the queue. So if you actually want to go back and look and see what has been played or what something does as we start playing cards, this is going to fill up over here. Again, if you're familiar with Hearthstone or some of the other online card games, you are actually able to hail or sort of taunt your opponent and say some funny little things to them. Right now, this is currently only kind of half working. And there are a few bugs I've seen here and there. The other really neat thing is once you actually play these crew cards, it looks like they're actually going to do like a shout out of their famous lines. But it looks like at this time they only have like 30% of them in game. All right. So the only option we have right now is to play our Type 6 shuttlecraft. Again, we're going to play it for 1 energy. It can do 1 damage, and it has 2 health or hull integrity, whatever you want to call it. If we choose to do the retreat option, we will add a random 3-cost ship card to our hand. So let's go ahead and play it. And you'll see that this game actually renders everything out in sort of these 3-dimensional ships. So you're not actually having a card on the field. This is actually going to be ships versus ships, which is really, really cool. The other thing I'll mention here real quick, something I think this game is severely lacking, is awesome battle music. Right now we're basically just getting sort of default Star Trek, ambient sound, which is okay, but I think if they added some really, really cool battle music, it would really pump up the level here. Now, you'll notice that there is currently a square here under our Type 6 shuttle, and that is where you can put these crew guys in. Now, in other card games like this, when you have an enhancement card, and that's basically what the crew is, they're enhancement cards, you would normally lay them onto another card and you would receive all the bonuses. This game actually doesn't do that. You'll notice that the blue square actually has a little triangle that's pointing to the left. So if I were to play Stuart Rivers onto the shuttlecraft, it's only going to buff his attack, but Stuart has 0 for attack, so it's not actually going to do anything, and his 2 for hull integrity is actually going to be wasted. So we need to wait and find somebody else who actually has an attack in order to boost the shuttle. So, we're going to go ahead and end our turn and see what the Klingons do. They did nothing. Now, one other quick thing I'll point is at the very, very top of the screen, there's a bunch of cards up here. This is basically the indication of how many cards the enemy has. Now, we now have 2 energy, but I have nothing to play except for Stuart. But again, we've determined that Stuart is not going to help us here, so we're not going to play him. You'll see that there's a yellow indicator underneath the shuttle, meaning that he needs to go yet. The only thing we can do is attack the flagship, so let's do so now. Nice little targeting thing comes up. So you'll see that he is now down to 54. I'm at 30. I think the computer cheats. He's got more hull integrity than I do. I mean, come on, I'm a Miranda class. I'm not old, right? Bird of prey coming out. Oh, all right, old school. All right, so now we can actually hover over the ship that was played to see exactly what it is. Again, you can also do it over here as well. So it's a 2-1 or a 2-for-1 cloaking device, deals +2 damage when attacked from stealth. Now, something else to note about this game is there is a retaliation ability that happens. So if I smack my shuttle into that bird of prey, I'm going to deal 1 damage to him, which will kill him, but he's also going to do 2 damage to me. It's still 2 cards hitting each other. Now, he's actually cloaked, so I cannot hit him. Technically, he's invisible. I don't know he's there, right? I don't know he's there. Alright, let's go ahead and, you know what? There's actually another Miranda here. So a 3-2-2, play, restore 4 HP to your flagship. Well, I'm not really damaged, so that's not going to help me. So, but we need some more cards out there. We need some more ships. So, boom, Miranda. So fire away on that. Down to 53. We'll end our turn. So he's getting buffed up. He's a 3-1 now. Oh no! But there, that retaliation kicked in, and he got destroyed, and another one got summoned. So let's go back here for just a second. First of all, he played this hero. If played on a stealth ship, gain haste, meaning that he can immediately go. So he actually played that on a ship that was already there. So that was a little bit of a, I would almost say a little bit of a misplay for that guy. So all he did is he turned the 2-2-1 into a 2-3-1, which was not really needed against my shuttlecraft. So the new bird of prey that came out, as we can see right there. Again, it's cloaked. I can't do anything. So what do we want to do now? We got 4. Do we want to go ahead and put out a nebula? Heal all friendly ships for 2. I almost hate to burn that card right now, because that's going to be a really useful card later on. But I need something out on the field. So, all right, nebula. So, healing going out, nothing happening. All right, 2 more damage to that dude. End our turn. More bird of prey coming out. Retaliation, he's dead, I'm not. So I think what I might actually do is show you this retreat mechanic. I think it's going to be a perfect opportunity here. They're both cloaked, I can't do anything about it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and grab this card, and I'm going to retreat him back. So there he goes. And we've got the Enterprise, a 5-4-3 with haste. Adjacent ships gain +1. NCC 1701 coming out. Now, I think it might be time to officially... Now, you'll see on the Enterprise, this is the first ship that we've seen, I think, that's got actually 2 slots. So we can buff either the hull integrity or the damage. We can't do both. So if I play Skavik here... Enemies attacking this ship are disabled, but it'll give me 2 more health. Boom, let's do it. So now it's a 4-5. And you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. Let's see. Retreat, add a random 3-cost ship to your hand. You know what? Why not? Type 6. So the Klingon ships are still cloaked. We cannot shoot them, so we're going to have to go after the big one. Got him down to 44. No, Miranda! So our Enterprise is getting buffed up pretty... No. Oh, he decided to shoot us there. Alright. So we got a 5-1. Alright, now we do have our 20 special that we can use here. So let's go ahead and do that just so I show you how this works. So I'm actually going to hit special. I can target one of these ships, and it's also going to kick off an event. So here we go. Now again, we took some damage there, so now I get to pick from one of these cards. I think we're going to go engineering team, so that we can heal our flagship since we're down to 21. So go ahead and heal up. Now we're at 24. Let's go ahead and launch one of these boys. So again, they're cloaked. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's keep hitting him. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Now there's an unfinished card. It's like, question mark? No, the Enterprise. Getting shot in the face. But yeah, here's an they don't have the artwork done on that card yet. Okay, what do we have here? We got the USS Saratoga. play deal 4 damage to disabled ships. There are no disabled ships. We got the Yorktown, which is a haste. Give a friendly ship Guardian. That's actually not bad. We could give it to the Federation Defense Fighter. Or heal all friendly ships. I think we're going to hang on to that. So that's actually potentially our card coming back. We also have our special available. We could hit this dude. Yeah, I think we will. Let's go ahead and do that. Eat it, nerd. Let's go with that heal card again. We're down to 17. Let's get the Yorktown out. Or actually, no. Was it, yeah. So you can see I can buff up one of these ships. We're going to do this one. Now that little symbol over the top of his head there, that's the Guardian, or Taunt. Let's go ahead and heal up. Okay, everybody, full power on that bird of prey. He's cloaking. Let's come in and cloak. That's all the Klingons do. That 4-3 is pretty strong. Gonna buff it up. Now it's a 5-3. We gotta kill that thing. Okay, what do you do? Play, deal 2 damage to a target, disable ship. We've got a Nebula, heal all, which, maybe, because we could heal up our fighter if we do that. You could buff up the Enterprise. We also got this guy. When the ship takes damage for 2 HP to your flagship. Yeah, they really should, instead of calling it hit points or whatever, they should really call it hull integrity, just to go with the Star Trek theme a little bit more. Alright, so let's go ahead and play... Let's play the Nebula. Get that heal out. Alright, and then let's put you onto the Yorktown. Oh, wait a minute, it's not going to go that way, I can't. Actually, I could put you onto... the fighter. Give it 1 more health. Now, if it gets attacked by the 5-3, you're dead anyway, but... You know, just trying something. Alright, again, I can't hit any of them, so I just keep going after their flagship here. Got them down to 28, so we're almost even. 8 points away from being even. Advanced bird of prey coming out.
In space, all warriors are cold.
Oh no, it's Chang! We're screwed. That was the first shout out we've heard. So like I was saying earlier, I think they're gonna do it for all the crew cards, but they've only got like half of them done or 30% of them done or whatever. So what does he do? Jamming. If played on a ship with cloak, well, of course, return the ship to cloak. Should be able to fire from cloak, right? Alright, now here's a cool one. Gain 1/1 every time an enemy ship gains stealth. Yes, please. I really don't want to buff the damage, though, but I think we're going to have to. It would also be cool if there was some kind of synergy that happens. The fact that we've got Valeris and Chang sort of on the board at the same time. It'd be kind of neat if there was something, you know, that would actually happen. Let's see here. I think we'll do the Saratoga. Again, it's not going to really... The play's not going to do much for us. But let's go ahead and keep beating... We're going to do some pretty serious damage here to this guy. We do have our special. Now, one thing I wanted to show you on the special... As we clicked it and it came up with the event. Let's do the heal. There was nothing for me to target, and so we just did the event. Alright, now we are officially even in Klingon. Oh, now we got a taunt ship over there. Gotta be a little careful. They got some strong ships, and I'm kind of running out just a little bit here. Is this a D7? No, it's not. It's very similar, though. Man, I wish I had a way to buff this, because it's gonna die. Well, let's go ahead and play these then. You guys cover the outside. I need to... You know what? Killing this one is actually more... I can't. Dang it. Because I gotta attack their bloody taunt. I want that 5-4 dead. It's way too strong right now. We took some damage on that. They must have had an ability to make that happen. Yeah, deal 2 damage to all non-stealth ships. Lovely. This is where we're gonna get beat up. Hopefully their 7-2 attacks my ships and not my flagship.
I serve in my own way.
Good, good. Now he's gonna be destroyed. Or not? Why is he not taking damage? Does he have some ability? I gotta check to see what's going on with this ship. Clearly there's something goofy going on with this ship. Because it's not taking retaliation damage, not unless it's bugged. Bloodthirst. So it's getting stronger. Is one of these crew guys? When the ship is destroyed, return that person to the hand. So I'm not entirely sure why this ship's not taking return fire damage. That might be a bug, because right now I'm in some serious trouble. Well, let's heal up my flagship. I'm back to 29. But we're about to take a bunch of damage. I'm going to buff the health on this shuttle. Dude. Ow, my face. What was that? Summon 2 random... I think the Klingons are gonna beat us, guys. We got a Galaxy class coming out, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. We do have our special now. Alright. Okay, it's dead, finally. Yes, give me a Lexington. Is that what I really want? Let's double check this. I'm down to 5, actually. Actually, this has got Guardian. We need that. Do we have any other... Yeah, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt us pretty bad. But you can see that the AI is pretty decent for the most part. Is this where I die? I think this is maybe where I... Ow. Ow. I actually survived another turn, did I? Alright, what can we do? Well, let's get the Galaxy out. Let's get the fighter out. Problem is... Boy, I don't know what to shoot here. And we're dead. Just like that. We were dead either way. But I think that gives you a pretty good idea of exactly how the battle mechanics work in this. Again, it's very similar to Hearthstone and games like it. It's just really cool that they actually sort of render out all the ships, and there's a lot going on. So you can definitely come in here into the deck builder and really mess around and really do some card crafting and do some really cool stuff. So here for a second, before we wrap up this video, I'll come in here and show you some of the legendaries. Let me flip all that on here. So as you can imagine, the top tier peeps are all legendaries: Kirk, Picard, Janeway, McCoy, Worf, Riker, Uhura. Some of the ships, the Excelsior, and you can kind of see what they do here a little bit too. There's Data, Cisco, there's the Defiant, the Discovery, many different versions of the Enterprise, Voyager. We'll go back to the 6 cards. There's Scott, 7 to 9, Spock, Bashir. Troy, Crusher. Go to the 5s. You can see here they do have some of the brand new people in here too. So there's Michelle. Sulu, Tom Paris, Tuvok, Chekhov. Another Enterprise. Dax, Archer, O'Brien, LaForge, Chakotay, Torres, B'Elanna Torres. So those are all the legendaries. If we click off legendary here, let's go back to regular here. Just sort of go through all the cards they currently have in the game. Here's Barkley. We got Barkley in the game. It's pretty funny. Let's see here. Christopher Pike. And again, we're only looking at the Federation cards here. We can switch over to Klingons here in a second if you're curious. It's Harry Kim. And a lot of times they'll have Tasha Yar, the Doc, Sarek. They'll have different versions too. It's like here's the NX refit, or there's actually somewhere there's a stolen runabout. You know, the Reliant, the Saratoga, the Yorktown. I think, you know, Enterprise is actually one of the shows that I never watched. So I'm thinking like Mayweather. I don't know who that is. Just based on the picture, I'm assuming that he's from Enterprise. Icheb. Alright, let's actually go to... I don't know if... For whatever reason here, there's not an option to bring up just Klingon cards. It's a Ferengi Marauder. I have fought a Borg cube once. I don't know if that's actually a card that you can get. Is a bunch of warbirds. Odo. Yeah, here's that. Oh, actually, here's Locutus. I never saw that one before. Oh, there's actually the Borg cube. There's one of them. Oh, Lore's actually in there too. At the start of your turn, this ship restores 6 HP to itself. I should totally, can I craft that? Hold on. Where's that at? I want to play the Borg cube. Can I craft this? Yes, I can. Let's craft the Borg cube. I want it. Yes. Alright, boom. Crafted. I now have a Borg cube. Sweet. But we'll go back to the 6s here. Borg sphere. Hey. Oh, modulating shield. So again, what modulating shield is, you have to hit it once to knock down the shield. I know there's a very similar mechanic in Hearthstone with the shield, so it's the same thing. So shield 642 with haste. That's a decent card, I think. Kind of look at, there's Q, because I know everybody's gonna be like, all right, what does Q do, right? So set the attack values of all ships in play to 1. I think that's too weak for Q. I think that's too weak for Q. I think Q should be something like destroy all ships or destroy all enemy ships, not just setting their attack value to 1. If anything, why not do set all of their attack and hull integrity to 1? Not just attack. It's like, I think that's a card that needs to be fixed. See, even like Barkley, it's like, play, neutralize an enemy ship. Wait, so you're telling me that Barkley can neutralize an enemy ship, but Q can't? And here's another card that's interesting to see who that's going to be. The Borg Tactical Sphere. Alright. Then there's some generic ones. It's just like, it's just alien. Oh, there's the Borg Queen. There's the D7 cruiser. I've got maxed out on those already. There's Kess. Quark. The Professor. It's the Wesley Crusher. I got a Wesley Crusher in my hand. You cannot have. I mean, you must play the Wesley Crusher, right? But it's really neat overall on all the shows. They've got like a little bit of everything from all the shows. The only thing that they don't have is the new movies. There's nothing from the new movies. Oh, there's actually Neelix. But, I mean, overall, I would say what they've got here is a really, really good start. Hopefully they continue to improve on everything and make this a really, really good CCG. I think it has the potential, Guinan, it's got the potential to be something really, really good. Just make sure the game is free to play, have a reasonable business model, and I think they'll definitely have something here. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this first look. If you like this video, let me know, and I can maybe do some more on this game. Maybe track its progress a little bit. Because right now, there is not a lot of coverage happening on this game, because I think a lot of people don't even know this exists. It was a surprise that I even ran across this. But yep, I think that'll go ahead and do it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Of course, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Thank you all so much for watching. And with that being said, everybody keep playing and have fun.